Hey there, writing community. I'm Bradley and I'm a member of the Ingram Spark team. Whether you plan to publish a print book, an ebook, or both, providing an ISBN is an important part to publishing. An ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number. It's a 13-digit number that is unique to your book and can be found right here. You will need an ISBN if you want your book to be sold in bookstores, online retailers, or libraries. Each format of your book needs its own ISBN. For example, if you have an ebook, a paperback, and a hardcover of the same title, you'll need 3 unique ISBNs. An ISBN is an expense many self-published authors are confused about. If you use a free ISBN with Ingram Spark, your publisher imprint will not be associated with your title. It will hold the Ingram Spark imprint IndiePub. It may also limit where you can print and distribute your own book. Buying your own ISBN will eliminate any questions you have about what you can and cannot do with your book. At Ingram Spark, we believe it is in your best interest to be recognized as the owner of your work, which is why we encourage you to purchase your own ISBNs.
Man, when T.I. said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, I felt that. I know I'm going to be a best-selling author, and I'm not going to wait until I get to that point to try and get my stuff together, like my ISBNs and my, LLCs. You got to do it now in preparation for then. What up, y'all? I'm Christopher Markland. Welcome back. Think about it. You done spent all that time writing the book. That means all of the research that goes into it, the hours that you spent just typing out your manuscript. Then from the manuscript, you went, got it published. That means you got your book cover design done. You went and got it edited, and you better have gotten your book edited. Trust and believe that that is one of the most important parts of getting your book published. If you don't, check my video out on how important it is to have your book edited. So you went and got that done. Now you got the book published. Now you're trying to sell it. But that's where owning your own ISBN comes in. It's your work. Own your ISBN. That's a part of the process. Now, if you think, you know what, I'm going to get the book published in paperback, so I don't need an extra ISBN because them things kind of pricey. No, you're going to need an ISBN. And just in case, let me break it down for you. International Standard Book Number. That's what your ISBN stands for. You got to have that for each and every format of your book. So if you got it in paperback, if you got it in hardback, if you got it ebook, if you got it in audiobook, every version got to have its own ISBN. That's just got to have it. So make sure that that's part of your budget. But let's go back to it. Let's say you're like, yo, I'm not getting published by the major publishing houses. Like right now, who we got? We got Penguin, you got Random House. Actually, nah, them two done merged together. So now you got, was it Penguin, Random House? It's one of them joints, right? I don't even know because guess what? I was published through, I went through KDP, which is Amazon's publishing arm, Kindle Direct Publishing. But it doesn't matter if you went through Ingram Spark or Lulu. Any of those, they're all basically the same. What they do is they provide a platform for you to get self-published. So one of the first things I did, I started I wish that's one of the first things I did. That's why I'm doing this video. I want y'all to make sure you don't make the mistake that I did. Now, I went through KDP. At the time, it was called CreateSpace. CreateSpace got sucked into the Amazon universe, and now it's all part of that Kindle Direct Publishing. But the bottom line is, you think that you're going to save a couple dollars because it's writing a book. You already know as a writer out there, it's an expensive proposition. Like I said, all the things you got to pay for, your book cover, your editing, all of that stuff comes out of your pocket, comes out of your budget. So you got to do all that. So if you think you can save a few bucks here or there, yeah, but keep in mind, nothing free is free. All right. What happens is this: if you don't have your own imprint, meaning your own publishing company, and you're like, yo, let me go through Amazon or let me go through Lulu or Ingram Spark, whatever, and you use their ISBN, they officially become the publisher of record. What that means is they basically own your work. Think about it. If I went through CreateSpace, that means Amazon is now the publisher of my book. If Amazon says, you know what? We're not going to put that book on the iBooks platform, or we're not going to put it on the Barnes & Noble platform. We want it to only be sold through the Amazon network, meaning the Amazon for publishing your book, or Kindle for publishing the ebook version, or Audible for publishing the audiobook version. we own it. That's what we're going to do. And guess what? There's nothing I can do about it because Amazon is the publisher of record on my book. However you register your book, that's who owns it. So think about it. Do you want to have a third party that ain't had nothing to do with your work? They didn't write the book. They didn't publish. They didn't do any. They didn't, as far as get your cover design, they didn't do nothing. But at the end of the day, they can control where your book is distributed. If they say, yo, we're not going to put it in the library, cancel Christmas. It's not going in the library, and there's nothing you can do about it because they own they are the publisher of record. Once the publisher of record has been established, it's a wrap. You cannot change it. So the question that you ask is how do I go about getting my own ISBN? How do you own your work? Well, you go to myidentifiers.com, and once you go there, you log in, set up your account, and then you have options of how you want to, purchase your ISBNs. If you just want to buy one, if you want to buy 10, if you want to buy 100, hell, if you want to buy 1,000, you have that option. But think about it. If buying just one, that's fine, but that's only if you're going to do, say, a paperback or an ebook. But if you're going to do multiple formats, like I said, you're going to need an ISBN for each one. So make sure that you're thinking ahead, you're planning ahead, and that's part of the entrepreneurial aspect of owning your publishing company and selling your book, selling your work is hope you got a plan in place. So make sure that you're thinking ahead. What am I going to do? Okay, I want to do the ebook. I want to do the paperback, and maybe I want to get an audiobook. Then you buy enough ISBNs so that way you can register each one and be the publisher of record. But a couple steps ahead of that, set up your own publishing company. Those are the things that you need to do. It's not just being a writer. It's not just publishing the book, but it's also selling the book, being that entrepreneur, owning your work, thinking about how can I own as much of this hard work that I put into it and capture as much of the royalties, and also more importantly, the control, where your book goes, how it's distributed, when it's distributed, and the fact that you have control of that. That is what it's all about. Okay, so go over my notes here, make sure I didn't miss anything, because this is so important, and it's a lot of steps that go into this process. It's not just a matter of sitting down and banging out some stuff on the keyboard. It's a matter of, okay, I wrote my book, now I got to sell my book. If you got any questions, y'all, please hit me up in the comments section. Go to my website, determinedbooks.com or christophermarkland.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know. I'll be happy to help you and any other authors that are out there that got any questions about this, all right? It's very important. I really want to make sure everybody understands. Make sure you hit me up in the comments section. Y'all, keep writing, stay determined. See y'all next time.